Well, Matt, a week without a game for the first team this week after the defeat against Walsall, building up to the FA Cup this Saturday, and a competition that obviously we want to do well in.
Of course, it's such a brilliant competition, and one that has been so good for the club over many times over the years. And I'm yet to experience that cup run. I think I've gone out both seasons as a manager in that first round or the first game, the replay at Billericay and then Bromley at home last year. So I'll certainly be looking to get that first FA Cup win under my belt as a manager. And obviously with us gaining promotion into the Football League, it's allowed us to come in at this stage into the first round. So like any club, they're desperate to try and get to that third round to try and pull one of the big ones and potentially big money spinner for the club. So it's a real big game for us tomorrow and one we're looking forward to.
Yes, we've still got to erase memories of equalising goalkeepers 6 minutes into stoppage time. First time we've been in it as a Football League side, first time you've been in it in the first round as a manager with us. From us being in the Football League side, probably doesn't feel any different to being in it as a non-league side?
No, it doesn't. It's, you can pick anyone, you can get a League One club, obviously down to anyone in non-league, and it's a wide open round, and we've picked a form team, a strong team who are doing extremely well this season. So no, it doesn't feel any different. It'll be a tough game no matter who we play. So there's certainly no givens in the first round of the FA Cup, and we're expecting no different tomorrow.
Looking at the opposition, there may be three divisions between the sides, but just one look at their results this season, still to lose a competitive match, underlines we're in for a really stiff test. Yeah,
3 leagues is the gap. I feel that's probably a false gap with how well they're doing. Paul Hughes and Richie Hanlon there have done an unbelievable job, and to be 18 games in all competitions and still yet to face defeat is some feat at any level. We've done as much work as we possibly can and gathered as much information as we possibly can on Hayes and Yeading. And they've certainly got some threats in their team. They're really good going forward. We've got many goal scorers in their team, and they're very lively, and they'll be posing us a real threat tomorrow. And it just goes to show, even who they've beaten in previous rounds, 5-0 beating Tunbridge Angels of the National South, and obviously taking Dorking to a replay and beating them on penalties are a really good side and one of the strongest in the National South. Also goes to show you how strong and what a tough game that will be for us tomorrow.
And just looking at their results, I think they haven't played a league game for about 2 weeks because they've been involved in a lot of cup football. They will go into it as the lower league side, as a position we've been in the past. It's going to be it's still quite a strange one for us to be, if you like, the big team being pursued by the smaller team.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of what cup competitions throw at you. We were on the other foot the other month, a couple of months ago to start the season, when we were the underdogs going to Cardiff City in the League Cup, and it proved the gap between those divisions and how tight that game was. So as I said, this is going to be a really tough game for us tomorrow. Something we're looking forward to. I believe we're taking quite a few supporters over there. It's an ex-club for both me and Jason, so we know people connected to the club as well. So it's not complete unknown to what we're going into. But again, if we can concentrate on ourselves and apply ourselves and do what we do, and hopefully progress through to the second round of the FA Cup.
Yes, of course, you and Jason played for Hayes before the merger, and we both got fond memories of your time there.
Yeah, definitely, probably Jason more than me. He played certainly a lot more games for Hayes. I was very injury prone around that sort of time, and Jace, I think, left, and I'd signed the season after, so I actually hadn't come across Jason then. It was both as you said there, the days before Hayes and Yeading merged. So it's both for Hayes and a different ground back at the Church Road ground, which is a unique old non-league ground there, a big open ground. And so there's some fond memories certainly for Jason as well. I think he finished third in the National League, or as it was called then, probably the Conference. And they had a really strong side with some good players there. I followed a little bit after that, and Terry Brown signed me again in the Conference. But I certainly struggled a little bit more injuries than Jason, and unfortunately didn't play as many games for Hayes as he did. But no, we both got fond memories of the club, and there's still some people connected and involved with the club who I'm sure we'll be looking forward to seeing tomorrow.
Now, from our point of view, Richie Bennett still suspended. It's the last of his 3-game ban. Bans aren't competition specific for sendings off. What's the other team news this week after a week of training? I gather Isaac Alafi's been passed eligible by Millwall, been given permission by Millwall for him to play.
Yeah, as you said, Richie's suspended. Harry as we all know, is a long-term injury for us, and he's recovering well at home a week after his operation. But he's a good 3 months, 2 to 3 months before we see him again, unfortunately. We have picked up a few other injuries, and there's been players who have not played recently for us, and there's a lot not far away and have been training this week. We've got another week into Kenny Davis as well, which is really good. And no Tuesday games allowed us to get those players recovering, some good sessions into them. So yeah, we'll certainly be picking the strongest available team for us tomorrow to make sure we can get through. And Tanto was really good news there. Originally, my dealings with Millwall, that he wasn't allowed to play in the FA Cup for us when I did the deal back in August. But I rang Harvey Bussell up at Millwall there. It's been great to deal with, and he's spoken to the secretary and the manager there, and they've reversed their decision and allowed him to play. So it's another added bonus for us. And
with Richie out, Omar Bugil will presumably be involved tomorrow. Then he, I think, goes off to the World Cup again next week, where just as Richie comes back, is available again.
Yeah, it's just, I suppose it's good timing like that. But no, Omar's been selected again for Lebanon, and they're in the middle of this World Cup qualifying campaign. So it's just a shame for us to be losing Omar for another 10 days. But you certainly can't stand in the players' way of the possibility of trying to qualify for a World Cup. So unfortunately, we will miss Omar for 10 days. He'll be back week Wednesday, just in time for the Leyton Orient game. But no, we wish him well, and obviously, hopefully, he comes back injury-free.
Now, we spoke about not having a game this week. There was a big game for the youth team, the academy side at Sutton on Tuesday. I know you and Terry were certainly there watching it, and must have been really impressed with what you saw.
Certainly have. It's been good to see the lads in actual match action. We've popped down. Terry's very active with the academy and goes and watches many youth team training sessions. I've popped down to see the odd one or two when I can. We've struck up a really good relation with Marvin, Ricky and Ross there, and we have train with us every Monday, depending on our exact numbers, but 1, 2, 3, maybe even 5 youth team lads. So every Monday they'll come and integrate and join in with first team training sessions. So there's a real good link between the first team and the academy, and bringing some forward. So they've been really impressive in the training sessions when I've seen them mixed in with the first team lads. So to see him in the Youth Cup on Tuesday night at our home ground was excellent. And after going behind to 2 goals early on, just showed great character to come back and desire to turn it around and win 3-2 after extra time. And I look forward to seeing him again in the next round.
It shows that following Kylian Kouassi last season shows that the future of the club is in pretty good hands on the pitch.
Yeah, as you said, it's so important that we've got that link there and producing players coming through into the first team squad. Excuse me. And Kylian, certainly one of those products we came through last year. He's doing well at Chesham. He's scored already in one of the few appearances that he's had, and his performance has been very good. And he's getting some starts under his belt. So hopefully, yeah, we can produce 1 or 2 to this time next year be doing the same sort of thing that Kylian is.
And just mentioning Kylian out at Chesham, Adam Lovett out at Tunbridge. And I gather Philip Shaka has gone out on loan as well, just to get some games in as a goalkeeper.
Yeah, he's just gone out to Tooting and Mitcham, so just building a link there, and they'll use him when they need him, and it just gives him some good experience as well.
Brilliant. Well, it was FA Cup success for the youth team in the week. We hope it's FA Cup success at Hayes tomorrow for the first team. Thanks for joining us, Matt, and see you tomorrow.
Brilliant. Cheers,